let me introduce you to my friend and a gentleman who has had a lot of experience. He is also the ex-India CEO of Starwood Hotels. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce you to Mr. Dilip Puri, founder and CEO of the Indian School of Hospitality. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Manav and Team Hotelivate, for giving the Indian School of Hospitality this opportunity to host HOSI. I think arguably, as you said it, this is probably the first blended conference of its type. And who knows, this is possibly the trendsetter for what this might look like in the near future and possibly in the longer term as well. A limited number of people in premises, thousands and unlimited numbers outside your premises. And as you think about technologies like AR and VR, as they get embedded into the broader video conferencing technologies, you will have some very real experiences with a very large audience. Even if a hotel is able to take 2,000 people, there'd be 20,000 more who can have a very real experience. I think blended mice might become a name which will be a little more of a buzzword in the near term. Manav spoke about the theme of the conference being a lot about people, and I want to take the next few minutes to talk to you about an idea whose time I think has come. Some of you may have heard me speak about this a couple of weeks ago. But so since we all love acronyms, our industry loves acronyms, our Prime Minister loves acronyms. So let me call this NEETHA, NEETHA. Essentially, what it stands for is the National Employment Exchange for Tourism and Hospitality Associates. Think about it this way. Jobs in the thousands, lakhs, reaching into crores are being, have been, and will continue to be lost across almost every subsector when you think of the broader tourism industry: hotels and hospitality, travel, food and beverage, aviation, every single sector you can think of which is allied to the core tourism sector will be losing jobs. So the question to think is, how do you create a database of all associates across every job level, across every job function, every hotel brand, from an unbranded to a large company, people who've lost their jobs? And how do you provide them the platform to get that visibility to potential employers across multiple new sectors, which will really help them connect better and find new jobs? Here are some of the key factors. Hospitality trained professionals, as we all know, they bring tremendous amount of transferable skills, which are probably more relevant today than they ever were before. Several sectors were seeing early revival. You think about some of the e-commerce sectors, retail, they're hiring in the thousands. One of my ex-colleagues from Starwood, who works with Walmart now, was telling me that Flipkart, Walmart are opening these wholesale stores, and he's hiring 17,000 people across all levels. Now, people who are losing jobs should have access, visibility, and connectivity to potential employers like that. That's how I think really, as an industry together, they can be helped. When you think of individual companies, Indian companies, the international brands, most of them are doing some great work in trying to outplace employees losing jobs. But the ability is limited to their ecosystem. Here we're talking about the entire tourism and hospitality industry, which all of us keep saying employs roughly 10% of India's workforce. When you think about people losing jobs, many of them don't have the means to put themselves out. They don't know how to. There may be some who might be able to maneuver LinkedIn better, but the majority of them can be supported by this because there are people hiring and there are people losing jobs. And our sector, I think, has a really great cadre of people across levels and functions who indeed can be helped. So what is the kind of solution you're thinking of? Think of it this way: under the aegis of a representative body, I can think of something like Faith, who would endorse, sponsor this, tie up with existing job portals, connect with the Naukris or the LinkedIns at different levels, Whereas in industry, backing thousands and lakhs of people losing jobs, you're able to provide this employment exchange, if you like, help make a strong media campaign about it, open the database to recruiters, headhunters globally. The Middle East will open up before India. There are jobs going to be happening there. A lot of Indians get employed there. So all of these things, I think, is really what needs to be done today. I know people are doing great work in trying to convince governments to give benefits, subsidies, anyway, to help our industry. But I think this could just be a key way of being able to do that. Certainly, for us at ISH, providing, the back end, the support, the coordination, we'd be very excited to do something like this. As our own call of duty, if you like, we're starting a first batch of a postgraduate program, and it's targeted at young graduates who are not getting jobs. Many IHM students aren't getting jobs. So many laid off employees are young in the workforce. Many companies follow a last in, first out, so the youngest and the newest get out. How can we support them to take that pause, bridge their skills, be prepared for a new tomorrow, which certainly will require different mindsets from people. And the program has different formats, full-time, part-time, weekend, digital, blended, all of those. For all hospitality professionals, we would love to offer scholarships, deferred payment plans. You need to pay for the program once you're back and started earning. I think everybody can do something like this, but to come back to my idea, if we can create that national employment exchange, would really be awesome, I think, for the industry. My final comments on how we look at ourselves as an industry, if I may. How do you think young graduates who are graduating college are looking at us as an industry? I just want to share that some of the stats are quite disturbing. There are fewer hospitality graduates, firstly, who are wanting to join mainstream hotel operations, the good old management trainees, as we would take in the big hotel brands. We see sectors like retail, e-commerce, aviation, even consulting are proving more attractive to students. Of course, there's quite a significant number who want to venture into doing entrepreneurial things right at the start itself. I don't want to bore you with the travails of the internship experiences most students go through. I've been a part of a soon-to-be-released internship survey, and the results are very revealing and very challenging. I just want to say that I've been fortunate that I've had the hindsight over the last 4 years since I started the Indian School of Hospitality to look at our industry, perhaps more objectively and more importantly from an outside-in perspective. So we rarely hire from outside our industry. Many of us rarely work outside our industry. This insularity is perhaps what I think may be the time to unshackle today. Otherwise, I can tell you, I see that we face a real danger of being able to attract good talent into our industry in the future as well. I think as we tighten our belts and get ready for the AC, the after COVID, there indeed will be new norms for manning ratios. Job functions will undergo, I think, a lot of transformation, whether it's multi-skilled, multitask workforces, strong technology enablement. That's really going to be the new norm. While you might need fewer people, you will need smarter people. And the question I want to leave you with is how we as an industry make it more attractive to attract these smarter people to come and work for us in the future. That's the thought I want to leave you with. So thank you once again to Manav and Team Hotelivate, and thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Do stay tuned in for, I think, what's going to be an amazing speaker session and panels to follow. Have a good day. Thank you.